The Pythagorean theorem states that in a right triangle, the sum of the legs squared will equal the hypotenuse squared. Jake has to walk to school. Before he goes to school, he walks to Mike's house. This takes 5 minutes. Then the two walk to school. This takes 3 minutes. How long would it take Jake to walk straight to school from his house? Okay, here's what we know so far. It takes Jake 5 minutes to walk to Mike's house. And it takes both of them 3 minutes to walk to school from Mike's house. We don't know how long it takes Jake to walk to school from his house. So the first step of the equation is to square the legs and the hypotenuse, giving us 9 plus x squared equals 25. The next step is to isolate the variable by subtracting 9 on each side, leaving us with x squared equals 16. The final step is to do the square root on each side, which would give us our final answer of it taking Jake 4 minutes to walk from his house to school. Ivan throws a baseball 12 yards to Zach, who then throws the ball 9 yards to Adam. How far would Ivan have to throw to reach Adam? This is our starting equation. X squared equals 144 plus 81. Our next step is to simplify the equation, giving us x squared equals 225. Our final step is to square root each side, giving us our final answer as x equals 15. From there we know Ivan would have to throw 15 yards to reach Adam. Doug walks to Steven's house. This takes 8 minutes. Afterwards, they cut through the woods to get to Brett's house. This takes 10 minutes. How long would it take for Doug to go from his house to Brett's house? Our equation is x squared plus 64 equals 100. Our next step is to isolate the variable by subtracting 64 from both sides, leaving us with x squared equals 36. Our final step is to square root both sides, leaving us with x equals 6. This means that it would take Doug 6 minutes to go from his house to Brett's house.